everyone, welcome to today's yoga practice. We're going to work on the lower back a little bit today and the hips, some areas that traditionally get very tight with athletes. So we're going to get started standing up. Make sure you have lots of space to stretch out. You don't need a yoga mat. Obviously it helps, but it's not essential. So we're going to start with some gentle hip circles, one of my favourite things just to warm up. Stand with your feet about hip width apart, knees nice and loose, hands on your hips. And you're just going to go around in some gentle circles. So going in one direction, kind of keeping everything fluid and loose, kind of feeling out any tight spots that might be in the front or the back of your body. And then just change direction, going around nice and slowly. Maybe you can feel the hips, maybe your hamstrings or your hip flexors. Just really use this time to become aware of what might be setting off little alarm bells in your brain. Come all the way back to center, kind of rock backwards and forwards on the feet, left to right, forward and back a little. Just kind of working out the soles of the feet a little now. You might hear a few creaks and pops. Left to right again, kind of loosening the feet and the lower legs up. Have a little shake out and then come to standing nice and tall. We're going to cross the right leg over the left. Then we're going to inhale and sweep the arms up overhead. We're going to take hold of the right arm with the left hand. Inhale, exhale, fold over. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Now what we're doing is stretching the side body. So try to avoid collapsing forward, lift the heart center and gently guide the right shoulder back and the right hip. Hopefully you're feeling a nice warm stretch. If you feel any pinching or it doesn't feel comfortable, just come up a little. We don't need to fold or bend too far in this. We're just opening up the side body. You can look up or just look forward, whatever's comfortable for the neck. One more big inhale. Exhale, come up, release the hands and release the leg. Have a little shake out again, maybe just swing the arms a little from left to right. And then come to center, step the left foot over the right. Inhale, arms up. And then take hold of the left hand with the right wrist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold over, stretching the left side now, focusing on gently peeling the shoulder back, gently peeling the left hip back, and feeling this nice warm stretch through the left side body. So inhale, you feel a nice opening through the ribs. Exhale, stretch a little further. And just keep the feet rooted to the floor here. One more inhale, exhale, come stand up to standing, release the hands, release the legs, have a little shake out. And just swing the arms again from left to right. Just relaxing the shoulders. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to come down to the mat. So come down to kneeling, and if this isn't comfortable for your knees, just grab a cushion or a towel for some extra padding. We're going to maybe use a block. It's not essential. Obviously a traditional yoga block is great, but if you don't have one of those, you could always grab some old shoes and tie them up. That makes a nice sturdy block. Or you could even use a pull buoy if you're a swimmer, so you can always use a pull buoy. Also, just wanted to add this in, you can always use a foam roller. Obviously, not this way around very much, but this is a nice high block which gives you loads of support. So these are lots of options. So we're going to get started. We're going to take the right foot out to the side. We're going to work on gate pose. So press the outer edge of the right foot into the floor and tone up this leg. It's your anchor. Keep the heart center lifted, the spine nice and straight. Inhale, take the left arm up and then stretch over this right side again. So we're working on this opening up of the left, through from the top of the hip, through the tissues around the ribs, underarm, and we don't need to fold too far here. Obviously everybody is different. Keep the hips forward and lifted, keep the heart center lifted, and again look up or just look forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold, and if you can, stretch the right arm a little further down the right leg. Keep that right leg active. Inhale one more time, and exhale, come all the way up. Now we're going to take this left hand down to the mat, which is where you might want to grab your block for a little extra support. We want to keep the arm and the shoulder supported. And we're going to come into a variation extended side angle pose, taking the arm up and then over, lifting the upper arm in line with your ear. So try not to collapse forward, keep the heart lifted, hips forward, and stretch through from the fingertips to the outside of the right foot, lengthening the side body. Inhale, exhale, stretch a little further, press that outer edge of the right foot into the floor. One more deep inhale, exhale, slowly release the right hand. If you feel comfortable, you can engage the core, so draw the tummy button in towards your spine, find your balance and lift the right leg up off the floor. You're going to fold back and reach for the right foot. Press the right foot into the hand and lift as you take a deep opening stretch for the front of the body. Kick the right foot into the hand, lift the heart, look up gently and feel this nice deep stretch for the front of the body. Breathing nice and deeply, using the core to stabilize. Using your block, or your hand can be flat on the floor, really looking for this opening through the front of the body. One more inhale, exhale, slowly release. And then use your core to lift yourself back up to center and bring the hands all the way down. So we're going to switch sides. Just sit down onto the heels if you need to move the block. And then come back. So we're going to do gate pose on the other side. So pressing the outside edge of the left foot into the mat, engage the leg, tone up those muscles, and then we're going to take this side stretch, so lifting the right arm up. Inhale, exhale, fold over to the right. Again, trying not to collapse forward, so gently lift the heart, press the right shoulder back, right hip forward a little, and just feel a nice stretch. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, stretch the left hand down the leg a little more. Breathe nice and deeply. As you inhale, feel it opening through the rib cage. One more inhale. Exhale, come all the way up. And then we're going to slowly come down, right hand to the floor. And again, you can place the right hand on the floor here or grab your block. Whichever way around you want to use your block. And then slowly lift the left arm up and extend for a variation and extended side angle pose. We want the upper arm to be in line with the ear, the neck to be soft and gently kind of comfortable, but stretch through the fingertips and press the outside edge of the left foot into the floor. Deepen the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lengthen and stretch a little further. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly bring the left hand up. Engage the core, provide some support and balance for yourself as you lift up and take hold of the back left foot. Pressing the foot into the hand. We want to lift the heart, lift the hips, and feel this gentle stretch through the front of the body. Obviously it's quite strong with the quad, so push the foot into the hand, breathe, hold, and feel this great opening. Nice deep stretch. Lift the heart. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Put the left foot back on the floor, bring the left hand up, and then use the core to lift yourself back up to center and bring the hands all the way down. Slide the left foot in and let's just come down to sitting on the mat, moving the blocks to one side. We're going to slowly swivel around so that our feet are facing forward. Come into cobbler's pose. This is a nice stretch for the inner thigh, the inner groin and the hips. You can sit up nice and tall, or take hold of the feet, or you can take hold of the toes with the two fingers. But we don't want to force the knees here. We want to think more of lifting the heart and lengthening the spine and allowing the hips to soften. Maybe you can just rock the knees from side to side, taking the heels towards your hips so you get this nice deep opening. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale, exhale, bring the knees in and then slowly take the feet to the right. Bring the left knee in front of you and kind of scissor this right foot behind you. Now we're going to take a very gentle twist to the left. So start by inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, take the left shoulder back and feel the twist through the midline. Keep the left hip down And you can keep the right hand on the knee and look over the left shoulder. If you find that you have lots of space to twist, you could bring both hands down and work around. But again, we're looking for just a nice gentle twist here. You can look over the left shoulder or look forward. A couple of breaths here. And then slowly just bring the face back to the front. Now we're going to take a little forward fold to get into the left hip, but it's not going to be super deep. You may want to just grab your block. I'm just going to walk the hands out at about a 45-degree angle, kind of over this left leg. You can take downward dog arms and hold here. If you find that your hips feel quite open and you'd like a slightly deeper stretch, you can bring your arms down onto your block. You may be able to bring your hands down onto the floor, but really just find a comfortable spot. We're not taking a super deep stretch here. We're just kind of gently working through the range of motion of the hips. And you can relax the shoulders, relax the face, fold forward. Good, and then inhale, exhale, slowly come all the way up. And we're going to move the block, lift the legs up, and then kind of swing them around and go straight to the other side. So bringing the right knee in front, scissoring that left leg behind. You're going to take a gentle stretch. Maybe the left hand is on the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, slowly twist. Taking the right shoulder back, feel the twist through the middle, keeping the right hip on the ground. Again, we want to kind of keep the feet anchored and the legs anchored to the floor to provide support. And then look over your right shoulder. Good. One more inhale, exhale, come forward. Now again, we're going to fold over this right leg at about a 45-degree angle. You can come into downward dog arms, or again, grab your block and bring the forearms onto your block. So this is a nice, gentle hip stretch. It's going to get into that right hip. If you breathe nice and deeply, you can get into the back as well. Feeling the back expand with the inhale. Sometimes we focus on the inhale, filling the belly, filling the front of the body. Try now to take the focus to the back of the body, feeling the space across the back of the rib cage. Relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders. Good, take one more inhale and slowly come all the way up. Let's move the block. Sit back on the hands and swing the legs forward. Sit forward, and we're just going to stretch the legs out in front of us and gently take the feet wide and allow the knees to dip in. Allow the ankles and the feet to rest wherever is comfortable. Your toes might take up a very different position. So just feel a nice warm stretch around the outside of the hip, taking the hip through a slightly different movement. You can probably stay here for quite a while. Breathe into it. And then slowly just walk the feet in. Let's spin around, come down to the ground. Slowly roll yourself down onto the mat, onto your floor space. Hug the knees into the chest and just give yourself a little massage, rocking the knees from left to right. Doing a few hip circles. And then slowly place the feet down onto the ground. We're going to allow the knees to fall out to the side, bring the soles of the feet together and place the back of the hands on the floor. Just allowing yourself a few moments of relaxation, breathing nice and deeply and softly. Allowing the body to recharge for a few minutes. Try to let go of the tension in your shoulders, in the back, in the hips. Allow the knees to soften, the ankles, the feet. Everything feels heavy against the floor, just as you use a short moment of time to fully relax. Take your awareness to your breath. Feel it softening, feel it deepening. Feel the eyes heavy in their sockets, the jaw softening, the back of the hands heavy against the ground. then slowly bring some movement back to the hands and feet, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. Draw the knees together, and then just roll over onto your side and make your way up to a nice, easy, cross-legged position. Swinging the legs in front of you. And just take a moment to thank yourself for taking some time to do some yoga. Thank you for joining us today, and I wish you a wonderful day.